Ahoy there, me hearties, and how is everybody's ship's doing today? In this video, I want to look at the new community updates and what it means for naval rewards and so-called kill stealing. If you have seen my earlier posts on Reddit or War Thunder forums, you know I have spent an awful lot of time talking about how naval rewards work, how damage is paid out, and why kill stealing feels so bad in Naval EC. This new update is basically Gaijin coming in and saying, yes, we hear you, and we are changing some of the core pieces. Until now, the game looked at damage to parts of the ship that happened to have crew in them, which could give crazy results, like you knocking out most of the crew but only getting a small slice of the reward, because of the overall section damage was low. In the next update, all rewards are tied directly to crew loss instead. That is very close to what I was describing from the old devlog idea of each ship having a reward value that is shared based on crew damage. So, in a way, the game is finally lining up with that original design that I based my first article on, even if I explained it a bit clumsily at the time. The kill is shared between you and them instead of them taking everything with one lucky last hit. That is exactly the kind of edge case we have been complaining about, where you do most of the work and someone else just taps the wreck. Now, the game itself is saying no, that heavy damage matters and we are going to pay for it. On top of that, there is a new heavy damage reward for taking 30% of the crew off big ships like cruisers and battleships. In my earlier writing, I talked about how long those duels can feel and how you might farm a ship for ages with almost nothing to show for it until the very end. This new model is clearly meant to break up and give you a mid-fight reward, so you feel progress before the target destroyed message. So how does this all connect back to what we have said thus far? First, it confirms the damage and crew loss are meant to be the main pillars of naval rewards, not just the last hit. Secondly, it admits the old implementation created situations that looked and felt like true kill steals, and then adds systems like severe damage to fix that. Thirdly, it backs up a lot of what we talked about from the player side, frustration of grinding down a big ship and feeling being robbed when the last shell takes the credit. Does this update solve every issue we raised? Probably not. There will still be instant ammo racks and kills based tasks that make people touchy about the final blow. It is a clear move in the direction we have been arguing for. More respect for damage, more respect for crew loss, and less all or nothing on the last hit. In other words, the conversation that we've started about kill stealing and naval rewards is now showing up in the patch notes, very aligned. And that alone makes this update worth watching very closely. And with that all said, thank you for watching the video, and we will see you in the next one.